Hey everyone, welcome back to Redditly. Today's video is a two-parter with an update, so make sure you stick around for the second one as well. The first one is titled, Caught Wife Essaying Pics Videos with SRO Officer at School She Works At. Please make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a future upload. Let's get right into it. It's been over a week now since I went through my wife's 2.5 years phone and found out she had been having a relationship with the SRO officer at the school she works at. We have one child who is 3 years old. The other guy is also married with a child. She admitted it had been on and off for 6 months or so. She was pregnant last year and miscarried at 12 weeks. My first thought was questioning if it was mine. She told me it was never physical and it was only ever just words, pictures, and videos. I saw things I knew she was never capable of. She told me she had been mostly unhappy our whole marriage and that I was never emotionally available. I'll admit that I had been verbally abusive at times. Fast forward 5 days after telling her we needed time apart and splitting time with our daughter. I spoke with an attorney and didn't like what he had to say. I make 9 times plus or minus what she makes because she never has worked full-time since we've been together, and we have put a lot of time and money into our additions to our house, on top of rental property I had prior to our marriage. I wasn't ready to start that process, so I let her come back. I have already started therapy, but she still hasn't, even though she said she will. A part of me regrets letting her come back because she basically got off with little to no consequences. I think I want to work things out, but I know she gaslights me and it is extremely manipulative. I'm just lost and depressed and I'm hoping to find answers through therapy. Quick backstory. She got pregnant as soon as I finished my undergrad. She dropped out and hasn't gone back to finish. I rolled right into my master's program when our daughter was born. I was never not working full time. And I've also been in the reserves for going on 7 years now, which she admitted to being mostly involved with him on the weekends I was gone. I knew I was busy, I just thought if it's what I had to do. We weren't married when she got pregnant, we were barely even dating. I fell in love with her quick, even before she got pregnant. She had told me in the past that this was forced and I feel like she resents me for our relationship. And I've also told her because I'm not sure if we'd be married if it wasn't for our daughter. Is there any hope for us? And the OP has an update for us, and it's titled, Update on Wife Cheating with SRO. Let's get right into it. FYI, this is a very emotionally dynamic post. It changed from advice to progress to need support multiple times. I apologize for the rambling. It's been about 3.5 weeks since D-Day now. I paid the retainer this week and will be going in today to sign some stuff. I'm going to take a decent hit because she doesn't make hardly any money, but I'll manage, as long as I somehow negotiate me keeping the house. I ended up telling AP's wife and we stayed in contact for a couple of weeks trying to figure out what we could do. They both had the same story of not being physical, just the asses, pictures, and videos. He did tell his wife that he could have done whatever with her because she was so persistent and he couldn't go through with it, but who knows? Doesn't make a difference to me, but they are trying to work it out, so more power to him. They still work together, but my ex says they don't speak. Still doesn't make any difference for me. Our living situation is becoming frustrating. At first I thought maybe we could try and work things out. We're both in IC, but I told her last weekend I wanted a divorce and I would like her to move in with her mom, where she will inevitably end up going because she can't afford anything on her own yet. She said she's not leaving because that means she's taking the blame for all of this and she refuses. I want to keep the house because I don't have anywhere else to uproot as quick as she could, and our house is a gold mine with an unfinished addition I quit working on last month. She said I neglected her so much that she was only committed to work, grad school, home projects, etc. It's difficult for me to not lose it when she still continues to downplay her actions. She says that our marriage has been a wreck for as long as she can remember, and that she would rather be poor and feel wanted than rich and feel neglected. I have been leaving work early and picking up our daughter more and giving her baths at night more. It's not that I didn't want to before, I just worked late a lot, and I just thought she enjoyed doing that stuff more. I told her my mistakes stayed inside our family where she went outside of it, but she still refuses to believe our mistakes were different. I feel like I can admit I lacked in the husband department, but I don't want to believe I wasn't a good father. We were planning to sell our house this month and living at her mom's while we built on a property where we were supposed to buy this month too. I was leaving for officer training in August with the Air National Guard. I was supposed to take my board's exam the 22nd of this month. I also picked up a PT consulting job just to get some extra money for a vacation this summer. I know I stretched myself thin. I have always done that. I'm only 26 and I know I've accomplished so much, but it honestly feels like it was all for nothing. All of these plans are shattered and she says they were my plans, not hers. I tried asking her opinion on so many things and her response was always, I don't know. So I always made the decisions with job changes, moving, finances, etc. I just feel so lost in life now and I wish I knew what the future looked like. I still think about it if it's worth sticking it out because her family is the only family I have too. And it's going to be very difficult to let go on top of all the other changes. I know deep down I probably shouldn't work through it. I'm a planner and I would have short-term and long-term plans. Obviously, I know things change, but this scenario has completely wrecked my train of thought, and I honestly have no idea what to do with anything anymore. And the first comment says, one thing I don't think she understands, this is all on her. You are not a mind reader. One thing is, you have to have difficult conversations if you are not happy. It doesn't matter if she feels neglected. She should have let you know and offer suggestions. That is what married people do and communicate. Her willing to gaslight you and not taking responsibility for her actions shows she has no empathy. You can smack her hard and shake her out of it by serving her. Go for 50% or more child support. If she wants to reconcile, you can do post-nup that will reduce any future alimony drastically if you're going to get it this hard. Best of luck. And the second comment says that she would rather be poor and feel wanted than rich and feel neglected. When she said that, she told you all you needed to know to make an informed decision. She told you that no matter how good you provide, how much you love her and your daughter, no matter how much you suffer to be a good dad and husband, as soon as she feels neglected, she will start another affair. If you ever have a cough or a fever, she might feel neglected. You break your bone or have to go on a working trip for a week, she will feel neglected. You want to go out with the boys and drink a beer, she will feel neglected. Her whole behavior and what she says makes one thing very clear. She thinks that the affair was the right thing to do, doesn't regret it, and even blames you for it. She is already now setting herself up for the next affair. That is also what your future will look like if you stay with her. You know all you need to know to make an informed decisions. Good luck and stay strong. And the third comment says, no, don't fall for this. This is unfair and she's manipulating you. Why are you doing so much? Why are you so busy? Is it because you got pregnant and decided to buckle down and do everything you could for the future of your family? Did she agree to this? To watching you work to death so she could have a stable future? It sounds like she did. And when she got bored or unfulfilled or whatever, she made a hurtful and selfish choice and is somehow blaming you. No, you can still have your future for you and your child, and maybe even someone else someday who deserves you. I'm in a relationship now where my partner works literally 70 hours per week while I finish grad school. When he is here, he is most likely sleeping. I miss him, he misses me, and it's hard. This is what we are doing now, so we can be stable and successful later. I'm lonely sometimes, sure. This toddler takes up most free time and it's overwhelming. I'd never consider stepping out on him though. He's working his ass off for our family. Your partner's thinking is flawed, OP. You did everything you could.